it's not that we haven't had fun ideas this generation, it's just, it's great to see something that's just a bit silly and is probably going to be really fun with some friends.
So we have just finished watching the Inside Xbox stream, which confirms a bunch of new titles coming to the console in the future. A lot of them are going to have smart delivery, which means if you buy them on your Xbox One when they're released, you're going to be able to play them again on your Xbox Series X when that is released, without having to shell out another $50, $60, pounds, euros, bells, whatever. The game that I am most excited for, which is the game I was already the most excited for before this, was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We got to see a gameplay trailer which looked incredible, but what's really getting me excited is when they spoke to Ashraf, who is the creative director on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and he talked about how they are making the most of next-gen hardware. So I instantly got excited of the thought of being able to walk around Norway, and less so England, in 8K. Like, I don't have an 8K TV yet, but when I do have an 8K TV, imagine walking around Norway in 8K. It'll be like being in Norway in real life. And who doesn't want that? Because I want that. I want to do that.
Hi, the game I'm most excited about, which you might be surprised to know, is Vampires the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I mean, it was an incredible trailer. Nice to know that vampires can also enjoy Christmas. And the whole world of the game just looks incredible, like snotty vampire secretaries, hot biting vampires in clubs, just a huge world with a really kind of dark sense of humour, and there's just hints of the gameplay look like there's going to be so much to play with, like vampire powers and all the different factions and the politics of being sort of an immortal bloodsucker. It was really nice to kind of get to see just a tiny bit more of the world that we're going to get to explore, because you just know you're going to spend so much time running around trying to do as many sort of little side quests and exploring the story. So that was my big standout for the show.
So the game I'm most looking forward to from the Inside Xbox stream is the Ascent. It's a sort of RPG shooter that focuses on what happens after a mega corporation called the Ascent Group collapses. There's just something in the premise that really appeals to me, this kind of idea of a corporation that's too big to fail just sort of like collapses in on itself, like what happens in that aftermath. I'm sure nothing good is going to come of it, but I'm really intrigued to see more of that world, and especially how new developer Neon Giant kind of take that premise and run with it.
As excited as I am about Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2, I'm very excited for that game. I was actually surprisingly drawn to another game during the Xbox Series X gameplay stream, and that's Call of the Sea. Immediately drawn to its cartoonish style and its colourful look. It kind of gives me sort of Sea of Thieves vibes a little bit, probably just because it's set on an island. But the story is actually what's really intrigued me, and I'm very keen to find out more about it. What we know about the game is that you play a woman called Nora who goes to an island on the South Pacific to try and find her missing husband and follow the trail of his missing expedition. Straight away, immediately sold, because I want to find out what's happened to her husband, what's on this island, like what's happened. I just want to know.
Capcom may have no interest in bringing Dino Crisis back, but that is okay, because we have the brand new game from Systemic Reaction called Second Extinction. It's a co-op shooter for Xbox Series X, Xbox One and PC, and it's basically going to let you get together with 3 of your buddies in these absolutely gorgeous icy wastelands and, just shoot up a bunch of dinosaurs with really big guns. That's kind of all I want from the next generation is, fun ideas with really beautiful graphics.
Although seeing Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay was amazing, there was also one game in that Xbox Series X event that really piqued my interest, and that was Chorus, a brand new game from Fish Labs that channeled simultaneously Control but also Hellblade. I mean, more games with girls with tattoos, really. There aren't many games where you play half as a female creation from a bad cult and a sentient spaceship. Plus, it looks fantastic.
I think what's really exciting about the medium is the fact that it looks like Blooper has just decided to make its own Silent Hill game if Konami aren't going to. You've got Akira Yamaoka providing the music. They drilled into all the kind of Silent Hill themes of the above world, underworld, the world kind of shifting to become something horrible and scary. The medium at the centre of the plot is looking into some kind of past tragedy. There's some kind of child murder involved. She's visiting a sort of an abandoned resort hotel, town place. Like, everything about it screams Silent Hill. Obviously with one of the most sort of famous names attached to it, the musician Akira Yamaoka. So whatever it turns out to be, just the fact that they're aiming at that kind of like, well, if Konami won't make the game, we will. That's an interesting angle. I'm really curious to see what it turns into and what more gameplay reveals later on.